You can break one of the biggest curses of human life. Laziness, my dear friend, today affects right from kids to elders, everyone. The emotional goals gets you to do things in an amazing way, my dear friend. 30 seconds of visualization and seeing how much they believe you and how much they love you. You'll jump out of your comfort zones. You'll go forward and you'll get the energy to conquer this entire world. With these tips, my dear friends, you will become a better performer. You can break your laziness easily. Hi, my dear friend. With these 5 tips that I'm going to give you today, you can break one of the biggest curses of human life. And the curse that I'm speaking to you here about is something called laziness. Right from the topmost billionaires of the world to the bottom line executives of the organizational pyramid, whomever you meet today, everyone has this challenge called laziness. Now, when I go and meet the CEO, he tells me that if I alone would avoid the laziness that's there in my life, I could be the CEO, managing director of the world's largest organizations. When I meet the best entrepreneurs, they tell me, if I could just exchange this laziness for better performance, I could be a much bigger billionaire than where I am today. The same is for frontline executives. Sir, if I alone could lose this laziness, I can be a promising manager, promising doctor, promising engineer. Laziness, my dear friend, today affects right from kids to elders, everyone. But unfortunately, how to break this laziness, how to make yourself everyday powerful, there are a lot of books written on it, a lot of tips that are coming out, but still we keep doing the same. The reason is most of these ideas and tips doesn't work for us. We know what to do, but we are not able to do it because it doesn't work for us. What is the use of having an extraordinary idea if that cannot be worked out? So today, I'm going to give you 5 proven, amazing, extraordinary, exceptional, but very simple ideas to break your laziness if you're suffering from that. Now, laziness, my dear friend, you shouldn't have that in your life. The reason is, when you're lazy, you give your mind an excuse not to think. You give your mind an excuse to distract itself to unwanted things. And that is why I advise you, caution you rather, to break this laziness. But how can you do it? Tip number 1, the blockbuster tip number 1 is this. The morning that you wake up, as soon as you wake up, take a bath and dress up yourself so very well to the best of your costumes that you have for that particular day. Because research proves that when you're totally dressed up fully for the day, amazingly, with the best outfit that you have, you know what? You get an inner motivation that you need to show up to the world with energy and do something great that day that will put everyone in a feeling of awesomeness, awesomeness. So therefore, dress up yourself, my dear friend. Very simple, right? But that works out. 90% it works out. So wake up, dress up to the best of what you have, show up to the world, you will break your laziness that day. Yeah. Now, blockbuster tip number 2 is what I call as the star calendar. Now, what is a star calendar? I want you to take up a big calendar, a printout, or if you have something in your home, put it in your living room where you and the rest of your family or rest of others can see. And now, every single day, commit yourself to one particular action which you feel that you have not done because of your, say, laziness, maybe of walking. Now, when you do it on day number 1, I want you to go to a shop and get a small star sticker, and put that star sticker in that particular date. Now, day 2, do it, put a star sticker. Now, when you can hold yourself for the first few days to do it, when you see a row of stars there, you know what? Psychology says that you want to show up the next day to gain that star for yourself, and you don't want to break that chain of stars. A very simple task, but this is a proven stuff that shows that people, when they see themselves having stars in front of others, they don't want to break the chain. They do everything to gain that star for themselves. And by this simple method, you can break your laziness easily. Choose your task, give yourself a star, and make sure you don't break the chain. The third blockbuster tip for you is, my dear friend, make your goals as emotional as possible. Research shows that when you're truly emotional about a goal that is there in your life, you know what? Until that goal is achieved, people, they don't experience laziness. Or rather, I'll put it to you this way. If you're the laziest guy of all, congratulations, my dear friend. You're also definitely the brilliant of all. Because lazy people, they always find out better ways of doing things. You would have already heard about it. And you're right, you have heard the right thing. But understand something. Which lazy person will do it? The person who has an emotional goal, who is attached the pain of losing that. Meaning which, having a goal is important, but tell yourself what are the different things that you might lose if you miss on this goal. Make it as emotional as possible and then commit to this emotional goal, because emotional goals gets you to do things in an amazing way, my dear friend. So you can just go ahead and make a miracle in your life. Now, blockbuster tip number 4. This tip is my most favorite tip. You know what? Whenever you feel lazy, I want you to bring to your mind, bring to your imagination, bring in front of you, to your visualization, the people who believe in you the most. And research shows that when you bring the people who believes in you the most in front of you when you're lazy, when you're tired, that gives you an energy, a purpose on why you should do and for whom you should do. You know what, my dear friend? I know about you. Maybe you'll not do it for yourself, but you will definitely do it for the people who believes in you, who trust in you. And in your life, you're having someone like that. Remember that particular person when you feel lazy or tired. 30 seconds of visualization about them in your life and seeing how much they believe you and how much they love you. Now, however lazy you are, tired you are, you'll jump out of your comfort zones. You'll go forward and you'll get the energy to conquer this entire world. Now, the blockbuster tip number 5, the most important tip of all. My dear friend, see, the easiest way to break your laziness is to make a public commitment. So go on to a social media page or to your group of friends, a WhatsApp group, or wherever you're connected to a group of people, and make a public commitment on this week what you're going to do. This week, what is the result you're planning to achieve? This month, what is the result you're planning to achieve? Because when you make a public commitment, again, it is proven that you will put in 90% more efforts to make that commitment come true in your life. Fantastic, right? 5 amazingly powerful but yet very simple tips to remove laziness once and for all from your life. With these tips, my dear friends, you will become a better performer. Remember, life is very short in its duration. You, me, most of us, we have the same tenure. But what we do in this small journey called life decides how grand your life you have lived. Remember, my dear friend, you have a chance to build a legacy for yourself in this world. And one thing you have to do for that is break your laziness. And I'm rest assured with these 5 tips, you will conquer your life, time, and very important of all, the future. This is your friend, Gerald Arun.